Hello Pisces, this is your horoscope for February 2020. Thank you so much for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today. On the 4th of February, Mercury, the communication planet, moves into your sign of Pisces and it goes into your first house of self. So the way you communicate, the way you see things, the way you explain things, your perception of what is right and wrong is really going to be spot on the money. You're going to be super accurate, so you can really trust your guidance, your gut for the first 2 weeks of February. And when it comes to communication of any kind, in the first 2 weeks of February, you really feel at ease. So if you're someone who struggles with going to job interviews or presenting things in front of people, or being in the limelight, the first 2 weeks here, you have an opportunity to really do that and feel comfortable doing it. On the 8th of February, Venus, the planet of love and beauty, moves into Aries in your second house of money. And it sits on top of Chiron at 2 degrees in Aries, and Chiron is the wounded healer. So between the 8th of February until the 16th, you are now blessed with opportunities. I want to underline this. From the 8th until the 16th, you are given the opportunity to start your own business. This is for all the people who are employed and unhappy in their work and want to go self-employed, or all the people who've wanted to become self-employed but haven't had the courage to, because it means you would have to be in the limelight. You have the courage and the power to start your own business and to stand alone in the limelight and to present yourself as the expert. You will feel comfortable doing that. On the 9th of February, so make sure that you have an area of interest that you can use, that you don't waste this gift. On the 9th of February, we have a full moon in Leo. So I'll make separate videos on the full moon and the new moon to go into more details. But what you guys need to know, Pisces, is that the full moon happens in your 6th house of work. So all of this love that you're being given, the pinnacle is the 9th of February, because the full moon in Leo loves being in the spotlight. It loves having fun. It loves playing with kids, and it loves abseiling and horse racing and gambling. It loves things that give you a bit of a thrill and a kick, and it's positive and optimistic, and it's bright, and it's ruled by the sun. So you are, out of all of the signs, you are the one sign which has really been blessed with that 8-day period, the 8th of February until the 16th of February, to start your own business. On the 16th then, as I said, Mercury, the communication planet, does go retrograde. And it stays in Pisces for much longer than it usually would, because it is in retrograde. Mercury usually stays in a sign, so Aquarius or Virgo or Capricorn, for about 2 to 3 weeks. Because it's retrograding, it appears to go backwards, and Mercury stays in your sign of Pisces for about a month and a half. So you're thinking along the lines which feel comfortable to you, but because the Mercury retrogrades happens in your first house of self, and it's going to last until the 9th of March, you're going to possibly pick up some faulty beliefs about yourself, or some misunderstandings about the self, which you feel are to make changes if you want. But in the second half of February, it's just going to feel scarier, whereas in the first half of February, it's really easy and it's fun and you enjoy it. So if you do want to open your own business at the end of February, and you have no choice because that's how it's been scheduled and that's what you're doing, make sure you do it and make sure that it's the right thing at the right time, and just do your homework and be prepared. Because if you go up and do a TED talk and you know what you're talking about and you come off stage and you're like, oh, I did great, then you feel good about yourself. But if you go up there and you have no material, you're not prepared, and you're just like, you blank, and you run off stage crying, then you feel bad about yourself. Do you see what I mean? So you have the opportunity here in February, especially the first 2 weeks, to really bring out the best side of yourself and to just be powerful and to create something of your own. And then the second half of February, yes, you can still do that, but you need to pay more attention because it could potentially go wrong. And at the beginning of the month, nothing goes wrong. You're really blessed. On the 17th of February, Mars, the male principle, goes into Capricorn in your 11th house, and it joins Jupiter, the lucky planet, Pluto, the planet of transformation and change, and Saturn, the planet of security and structure, all four of them being in Capricorn. So on the 17th, you're really going to have this drive and this urge to start something of your own, to do something independently that will ideally bring you an extra income. But if you don't want an extra income, or you don't need an extra income, or that's not why you're doing it, start something independently that you love to do. It will make you feel much better about yourself, because let's say I paint a picture. I say, I just have the desire to paint. I have no idea. I go to the art supply store, I paint this picture and it looks glorious and people think it's glorious. Every time I look at that picture, I'll be like, I painted that. And you're proud of it, you see? So you have the opportunity to really be proud of yourself and to build a much better relationship with yourself this month. On the 19th of February, the sun moves into your sign of Pisces, so happy birthday, Pisces, at 4:58 in the morning. So now you totally feel in your element. It's your birthday. The next 2 weeks are now mitigated. The negative effects of the Mercury retrograde are minimized for you, because the sun, the center of our solar system, the luminary of luminaries, is in your sign of Pisces, supporting you in your first house. So if you don't manage to start the new thing, the new relationship, the new business, the new creative outlet, the new travel plans, the new house, if you haven't done that by the 16th of February, you can still do it until the end of February. Just be more careful. But out of all of the signs, you're the one who has to be least careful, because the sun is in your sign and it's really, really protecting and helping you. On the 23rd of February, we have a new moon in Pisces. Again, in your sign. I will make a separate video on the new and full moons to go into more details. But you need to know that it happens in your first house of self. And the new moon is pitch black and it pulls in loads of Pisces energy. So you feel like yourself. You feel like you've been validated. You feel like you're getting a round of applause. And you feel like this is my time to shine and to thrive. And you simply know that within yourself. And that energy is pulled in. It lasts until the end of February. So out of all of the signs, you really do best this month, because the retrograde doesn't affect you as badly as it does all the other planets, or the other signs, I should say. So I hope you have a wonderful month in February here. If you would like a personal reading with me, please go to my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the book your reading now button on the front page to order your reading with me, or just go onto the shop tab. You can also order your reading there. In my personal readings, I use astrology, tarot, numerology, and my intuition, so I can answer any questions you may have. To draw up your astrology chart, though, I need your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, don't worry, order a chart rectification on my website. That's a process where I find out your time of birth. The chart changes every 4 minutes, so it makes it much more accurate. And then I can read your chart. So if you have any questions for the future or you want some guidance or help, then please get in touch with me for a reading. If you like the video, please share it online. That'd be lovely. And if you do like the video, then hit the red subscribe button as well to be part of this amazing community that we've built here on YouTube. Have a wonderful February. Happy birthday, lots of kisses, and I'll speak to you soon.